You know what I mean?
What's up guys, so ALGS is over and with that Rostermania has started. Rambuski had already announced his retirement before the champ, so with that Alb and Skittle are LF1. ALGS also made some strict Rostermania changes, so once you are logged in with the team, it's over for you. After the final, Jack was talking about lots of Rostermania prediction and other ALGS changes and his future in the comp Apex. So let's start the video with Zachmazer.
สวัสดีครับ
Wait, what the fuck, man?
What?
What the fuck, man?
I thought you were going for a kiss.
What?
What? What's this guy doing?
What?
He leaned in. He leaned in
What,
on me.
man?
You leaned in on me.
What the fuck are you doing to me,
You
man?
literally, you gave me the eyes. You're like, look,
Fucking
you
gay, bro. What the fuck?
stay away from me.
No, don't come to me, man.
All right, so year 6 has a big announcement for Pro League. In year 6, each Pro League will feature a single official roster transfer window, which, to be clear, chat, this is what we have been asking for years, like literal years. There will be one single roster transfer window, which will take place after match day 6. Outside of these windows, rosters 100% cannot change. These defined windows are designed to promote greater roster stability and reduce midseason disruptions. They're basically trying to make sure I make the next champ so that I win, you know, like all good. And then provide fans with a more clear and consistent team identities to make roster storylines easier to follow. Players also must compete in 12 Pro League matches for their team for their points to count for the championship. So that way teams can't, like, for example, like Hot Dog Mafia and a couple other teams just made teams to get enough champs points to auto-qual for champs, right? So they blocked that, and then they also made it so you can't like do crazy roster changes. Those are 2 changes that we have been asking for years. So that's a step in the right direction. Also, our original prize pool for ALGS was $6 million. They lowered it to $5 million, and they removed one of our lands. And then they just went from $5 million to $7 million, which is higher than anything we've ever had. It was 6 mil before at its peak. It's 7 mil now. And also, they gave us back that land that we were missing. So it's basically all good things. It basically, Apex Esports at this point in time is at its peak. We have to see what the org support looks like, if there's any. But I mean, outside of org support, they have officially surpassed like anything prior. Like, this is the best it's ever been. Any news on your roster status? I mean, yeah, I'll probably reach out to some people tonight, see what's going on with their teams, see what people think. But I mean, no, there won't be like any solid news for me for a while. I'm not gonna lie, Funk can't retire. Or Fun. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, Fun, you just won a land, bro. Like, you can't retire. Like, that's kind of insane. No? Like, he planned on retiring after this event either way. Your Fun said that even if he wins champs, he's still going to retire. I mean, it's one thing to say that. It's another thing to win champs. Yo, Formula, are you here? But yeah, I mean, it's one thing to say that. It's another thing to fucking actually win champs, right? Do you think about Funk right now? I mean, I really don't know. Bro, I don't know. I don't want to like start any shit. I don't want to talk about any rosters and like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't want nothing on me. I am trying to just absolutely avoid the drama at all costs. That is the goal here.
Oh, come on, drama queen.
I don't think there's any world. Listen, I don't think Falcons break up. I don't think Oblivion breaks up. If they do break up, it's because Fun is retiring and they'll pick up a controller player. I don't think Grow break up because this is one of the best placements ever, and I think Grow will get an org out of this because I don't think Grow signed them after champs. I think it was just through champs. The reason I think that is because Grow was going to sign my team, and they were only offering through champs. So either Grow is going to extend their contracts, or they'll get an org out of this placement, and they'll stay together, is what I think. I think 100 Thieves stay together. There's a world where they make a change. I just doubt it, personally. If 100 Thieves make a change, it's not because they're not good enough to win a LAN. It's because there's like something going on internal and people just don't want to team anymore. Like, these guys are good enough to win a LAN. It's just like at a certain point, you're just over it. You know what I mean? And we'll see. Panic replaces Evan. I don't think Panic would be a very good fit for 100 Thieves. TSM, I think Jet and Duplex will want to stay together with Panic, but I think if no offense, but if Panic is smart, 7th is really good, Panic will look at those offers and pick who he wants to play with. Like, Panic had an insane land. People have been saying for a long time now that Panic is one of the better players, like, coming up. And yes, he has a temper and he's a 2-year-old, but that's like, dude, look at the way that I used to talk to people when I was 18 years old. Like, I used to be mid-game calling Naughty a stupid short fuck. Like, dude, like, he's fucking 18. He's 17 years old. He just turned 18. Like, literally a month ago. Yeah, bro, he's gonna have fucking issues, and so do you, sitting in your home at 18 fucking saying insane shit. Like, fair, but like I'm not trying to make an excuse for him. I'm just saying like it's sadly something that's normal. Panic is smart. He's gonna just LFT and see every possible offer he can get, and if he can't get something that he loves, then he should stay with Jet and Dupe because they did do good. I think NIP stay together. I don't know that. I mean, 8th is really good at LAN. It's a single digit placement. You're happy with any single digit placement at LAN in Apex because it's there's LCQ or LCQ. There's luck. There's RNG. So like you're happy with a single place. You want to win. At the end of the day, you want to win. 8th is not a win. Period. But I don't think they make a change. If this team makes a change, it's to pick up Panic, I think. It'd be like dropping Karev and picking up like a hard controller fragger and moving McLevin back to anchor. But that's it. But like you gotta remember, Karev is also one of the most insane players of all time. Like, okay, that was a crazy statement out of me. I was just yapping. Karev is not one of the most insane players of all time. Karev is a very good player. Karev is a very, very, very good player. He is mechanically one of the better MNK players. So I don't think NIP make a change. I think that they'll keep working with Raven to like make the most out of it. But I wouldn't say a change for NIP is off the table. Hot Dog Mafia, Rambo is gonna retire apparently, is what I heard. I don't know if these two will stay together. Maybe. I don't know. Alliance had a bad placement. Personally, I would say that, yeah, there's a chance they drop effect. I don't think it's a good idea. I would prefer them to stay together and them to work it through. I think it'd be a really bad idea to make a change, even if like they drop effect for Zane or something like that. Like I think effect has kind of like a wild card on their team that does a lot for them, and their issues that they have, they just need to keep working at. They've been teaming for so long and they've been so incredibly successful. I'd really like to see them keep working at it, but it's not off the table. Genji don't care. Legacy didn't do that great. I think Yanya might LFT, but that's it at most. VP, I'll be honest with you, I don't think VP make any changes. I think Slayer and Lou are bonded together by blood. They'll stay together unless like one of them like full retires. There's a world where Slayer gets picked up to Liquid. There's a world where like Zero picks up Slayer and Sykes and plays. But I don't think that'll happen, but it's definitely possible. But I think Slayer and Lou and Empty will stay together on VP as long as that says. I think Lou and Slayer have the potential to get poached. Like Lou could go to a team that he thinks is better than his, or Slayer could go to a team that thinks better than his. I don't think that they make any changes. And then same goes for SR. I don't think SR make any changes. If SR make any changes, it would probably be like remove Zap and pick up a primary IGL. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're just going to keep letting Zainu work at it. At the end of the day, this is his first LAN IGLing. He had a lot of promise in some areas and struggled in others. And IGLing is not easy, especially at your first LAN, right? Like, I don't want to dog on the boy too hard, right? Zero to SR. I mean, Zero's hoping for SR, but I don't think that's going to happen, I'll be honest with you. I feel pretty strongly that is not going to happen. Zero will really want to play with them, and he will definitely probably try to pressure that situation. Zero's a very unique teammate, and I don't think that that's what they're looking for at the moment, but we'll see. I think SR just stays together. I think VP just stays together, which is a little weird because when you look at like the whole bracket of champs, bro, I don't know if there's going to be that big of a Rostermania. I'll be honest, I don't think there's going to be a big Rostermania at all, which kind of sucks for me. Like, I kind of needed a major Rostermania so that I could get really good teammates and then like just go win again or second overall again, whatever. But if there's no Rostermania, then I'm like picking up Challenger Circuit kids, which is like kind of rogue. Going from second overall to that. Okay, so I'm not going to go too in depth. I'll give you guys a little bit of info. I'll talk about my LFT, and then I'm getting off. So what happened to me, why I wasn't playing at champs. Long story short, I had double-digit offers. I had a lot of offers. I'm looking at it right now. I ended up deciding to play with, I reached out to Sentinels. They told me no. I'll look at that really quick, actually. I'll be exact with their wording because I don't want to say anything I shouldn't say. They said that like, hey, letting you know, like we plan on sticking together. We don't want to make any changes and you deserve to be going to champs on a really strong team. They're very nice about it, super chill, but they said no. I feel bad that they did bad. I really wish I was there playing with them, but it is what it is. So I reached out to Sen. They said no. That was that. They're very nice about it. I had like double digit offers, but I was being very picky about who I want to play with because I wanted a chance to win. I reached out to TSM. TSM were down to play. That day before roster lock, I locked in with TSM. I completely locked in with TSM. Like in every way, shape, and form your imagination takes you. And I told all my other opportunities that I'm no longer available and they should pick up their like second best option. They were waiting on my response and I was going to play with TSM, right? And then handful of hours in the same area, Like some stuff happened and TSM fell through. That's that. But the issue is that it was like so far along in the process. I had already told all my opportunities, like, hey, I went this direction. That party agreed. This party agreed. We're all on the same page. Like, it's a done deal. So I'd lost every single one of my opportunities and then also lost the TSM opportunity. And then I ended up with absolutely nothing like 10 hours before champs. And for people that like want to blame me and be like, hey, dude, you should have signed the contract before you said a single thing to those other teams. This was like, I'm looking at the timestamp right now. This is 9 hours before, I'm looking at it right now. It is 9 hours before Arsenal. So for the people saying like, hey, you should have signed the contract before you said anything, I had over 6 teams. I had over 10 offers. I had double-digit offers. But I had over 6 teams like directly DMing me, asking me for a response because it's 2 a.m. I'm looking at timestamps. It's 1:43 a.m. and they're waiting for me to like give them an answer. So I'm not going to be able to sign a contract in the next 9 hours at 2 a.m. So it wasn't like realistic in that sense. And roster lock was in 9 hours. So it wasn't like realistic that I could, like the situation was very unique. But I do agree with you that I shouldn't have said anything like that until I could assign the contract. I do agree with you on that. But I mean, it is what it is. That's why I didn't get to play at champs. It is a bummer. But I mean, I'm happy TSM did good. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, good for them. I want to see all of them succeed. Dupe is one of the funniest people in the fucking world. You know, Jen has a fucking family. Like, you obviously want to see people like that do good. Panic's a great player. He may be immature and say some insane shit, but he's 18. I mean, we all did when we were 18. So at the end of the day, you're happy they do good, right? So I don't have like any bad blood anywhere. If we're being honest, I thought like the bad blood that I would have would be with VP. Like for some reason, watching champs and not getting to play, for some reason, I personally felt like I would be like rooting for VP to do bad for some reason. And then champs started and I was like, dude, I don't even care if they win. Like I don't feel any ill will about any of it. Like, yeah, obviously I do wish VP picked up me, Guild, and Sykes at the end of the day, but they didn't, and they picked their team. And I mean, I said it 1,000 times on the stream. I was hoping VP did good. I was hoping they'd get a top 5. I didn't want VP to win. Let's get that clear. Didn't want them to win, but I was hoping they'd get a top 5. And the same goes for Liquid. Obviously, I lost my team to 0 and all that stuff. I didn't want 0 to win, but I did want Reese to get a top 5, which is still good, right? Didn't work out for either one of those teams, but I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel any sort of like ill way about any of the like things that have happened in the past 4 months that led me to watching champs while being like second in pro league, like peeking out of my mind in my career. Like I don't have like any ill feelings towards anyone. I mean, that's kind of good. I feel good about that individually, like in my own thought and like how I feel about everything. I feel good about that. Yeah. But again, looking at this, like I obviously, if I really want to get a good team, in my opinion, what I would view as a really good team, I kind of needed some things to happen so that there'd be a really, really, really big Rostermania, right? And the way that the placements kind of went out, it doesn't seem like there's going to be a really big Rostermania. Maybe I'll get surprised again and I'll get really, really lucky like I did with Guild and Sykes. Like I never saw that coming in a million years and I got the opportunity and I totally took advantage of it and we were great. Maybe I'll get really lucky again. Normally you don't get lucky twice. Let's just be clear. Normally you don't get lucky twice. I'm not expecting it. VP, like Slayer, Lou, and Zachmazer were done teaming for a month and a half before I got released because VP were telling me that like they want to play together and I don't want to play with them and they don't want to play with me. Like VP doesn't care for all the shenanigans. VP just wants the best team that they can get. So everyone go find out and figure out Rostermania. And when you figure out Rostermania, come back to us and then we'll pick a team that we're going to sign. So I was like me, Slayer, and Lou were literally not teaming for a month and a half before a single announcement happened, which was kind of insane because like I was streaming through all of it. And like people were like asking us, like, obviously you guys aren't playing together. Like Pro League starts in 2 weeks. How do you not have an announcement out? And it's like, well, I mean, I literally couldn't. So, I mean, I went to the manager and said, here's my team. It's me, Guild, Sykes. And they went to the manager and said, here's my team. And EP decided to go with them. I don't know. I mean, I'll be brutally honest with you. Even if you thought I was the most toxic personal piece of shit on planet Earth in Apex Legends, you would think you'd still just pick up and sign Guild and just lock him into a 10-year contract on like a $50K a month or whatever he's worth. And you just build around Guild for the rest of your life. You would think that you just sign Guild, say, we'll tank Zachmazer, sadly, if you hate my guts. And then you just build around Guild forever. But they didn't want to build around Guild. They didn't want to build around Sykes. They didn't want to build around me. They didn't want to be involved with the team either. So they ended up signing the other team, which is fair. Like good, like dude, you make decisions every day. It is what it is. And hindsight will always be 2020. So I can't, like, I don't hold it against them either that they picked that team. So they picked that team and I finally got to announce that me, Guild, and Sykes are looking for an org. And to be honest with you, the org hunt was like super promising and then super not promising. It was like, I got like so many replies at first because people were like, holy fuck, these guys are a super team. Like these guys are going to do good. But then every single org was like, wait, you guys don't play for fucking like fucking 7 years. Like, why am I signing you? Then everything slowed down and started to become shit. And then we got an offer from Grow. It was honestly like a pretty acceptable offer. Like it was definitely generous. It wasn't what we were looking for, but it was definitely generous. While we were still unsigned and like figuring out orgs and stuff like that is when the Falcons stuff happened. So we basically had like no contracts that we were like dying to sign. Definitely not even close to that point. That was like the perfect time for Zero to get Sykes and Guild or Sykes alone, like whatever the situation ended up working out as, right? And then on top of that, the other thing too is Zero, even after this performance, let's make it very clear, Zero is still the most valuable MNK player / MNK IGL in the world. Like that still hasn't changed. As much as you guys want to hate Zero and say it's not true, like when Zero goes free agent, he's going to have 300 orgs at his doorstep wanting to build around him. So of course, the second he goes fucking free agent, you know, he has Liquid and other orgs trying to get like to sign him so that he can build a team, right? So I have no org. He has big orgs with big money. Like it's different, right? I don't see coins any splitting. I mean, I hope they don't. They're one of the best duos in the history of the game. Everyone's going to come back. I mean, ALGS is taking steps in the right direction. Charlie was mega disappointed watching SR today. I feel like there's a world where you could play with them. That's not how it works, man. Just because an owner is upset doesn't mean that the team makes a change. Not only that, but if the team is going to make a change, would they want to pick up me or would they want to pick up Zero? Like, who would you put your money on? And 99% of the community would say Zero. Me and Zero are just different. He has a lot more wins than me, that's for sure.
Let me know your thoughts on this video in the comment section, and if you are new here, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more interesting video. Hasta la vista, baby.